Good morning, Tigers and Tiger fans. We're going to start in 5 minutes, so if you haven't grabbed a little bit of breakfast over there, help yourself. Are you ready for it? Good morning, Tigers. First, I want to shout out our seniors for waking up a little bit early and joining us this morning. I'm pretty sure it was probably the last thing you wanted to do, so thank you for being here. We appreciate seeing your smiling faces. One more of the few times we're going to get to see them. Good morning, everybody. I'm Amy Mattis, the Director of Athletics here at St. Agnes Academy, and thank you for joining us this morning, whether you're here in person or live watching us at home or your office, to celebrate our spring athletes in golf, lacrosse, softball, tennis, and track and field. Before we continue, please silence your cell phones and join us in prayer. Our senior softball player Avery Young is going to lead us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, thank you for gathering us all here today to celebrate all of the successes of our spring athletes from golf, lacrosse, softball, tennis, and track and field. We ask that you continue to guide and protect our community as we continue our academic and athletic endeavors, both here at St. Agnes and beyond. We thank you for the endless support we receive from our coaches, parents, and fans. We ask your special blessing on the seniors who will be graduating in 2 days. May we always know that you are proud of us and all that we have done to contribute to the legacy, pride, and tradition of St. Agnes Academy Athletics. In your name we pray, amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
Thank you, Avery. Wow, well, if you guys have been following along on social media this year, thanks to Coach Kelly and all her geniusness behind all of that, you've seen we've had an amazing, amazing year once again here at St. Agnes. Our overall theme this year for St. Agnes was Choose Joy. Our athletics theme was Legacy, Pride, and Tradition, and I think you easily captured all of that. The way you handled yourselves, the way you competed, the fun that you had, I saw you having a lot of fun. All that joy that you bring, that's what it's all about. So thank you for living up to our themes and our legacy, the pride and the traditions that we have at our amazing school. This year we're sending 6 athletes off to compete in college. Collectively, our teams brought home 8 district championships, 5 regional championships. We had 9 state appearances, 3 state runner-ups, and 3 state championships with field hockey and water polo in the fall and track and field just a couple of weeks ago. Awesome job. Congratulations to our 2023 7-time track and field state champions. That's not an easy feat. Softball was right there, golf was right there, lacrosse right there. Dang, lightning delays, sometimes ruins our mojo. Tennis, that's a whole other story. I'm gonna call us the winner, but great experiences with you all. Thank you for, even when those times are hard, you hold yourself to a classy high level that, I've been doing this a long time, and not everybody can do that, and you do that. And I'm so proud of you for always representing us with class and grace and competing to the bitter end. You always do that, and I can't, as an athlete myself, former athlete, I can't explain how that makes me feel. To watch you compete, to never give up. So thank you so much. I'm getting a little emotional, so I'm gonna move on. Shout out to our seniors. Thank you for competing for us, your school. You will never regret doing that. You've been have lived through an amazing 4 years here, as crazy as it was during the COVID times. You 100% lived up to the legacy, pride, and traditions of our school. And I'm so excited for graduation on Saturday, where one of you will receive our prestigious Black and Gold Award. Although there are many of you who deserve that award, I think you will all agree that the one that we have selected is a stellar choice. So stay tuned on Saturday to find out who our Black and Gold Award winner is. Also forgot to mention that we have several individual state champions. We have 4 in track. We have 1 in golf and 1 in tennis, and you'll hear a little bit more about them in just a minute. But I also wanted to say, with so many sports going on throughout the year, especially 5 going on the last 4 months, I try my best to be around you and watch you compete as much as I can, but it's really hard. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff going on. But I did get to travel with all 5 of you spring sports at some point this spring, and that, beyond winning, I promise you, beyond winning, my favorite thing is watching you have fun and make your TikToks and share your stories and just your genuine silliness, and of course the way you compete. Those are my very favorite things, because at the end of the day, our 5, 10, 15, 25 years, you're not going to remember what the score was, even who won the game, but you're going to remember, those silly times you had on the bus or being silly at breakfast, throwing food at each other or whatever you did. But that's what it's all about, and that's part of the joy that thankfully I've seen a lot happen in a lot of you this year. So I just want one more thing. I wanted to say, and I've said it already, what a joy it is to watch you compete. But you all are genuine. I've literally said this to whoever would listen this year. There's something special about this group, and I'll shout it out to the seniors again for your leadership. But you're sweet and you're genuine and you're authentic and you support each other. And let's just keep that going, because that equals magic around rooms like this. So keep it up. Try not to get emotional. My goodness. Just so happy to be your athletic director, happy to be a part of all this. Thank you for making my job amazing. But we are everyone's target. I don't know if you know that or not. Everyone wants to beat us, so you can't let up. We left a lot on the table this year, so next year we're coming to take all of it. All right, before we go any further, as our coaches are all going to come up and talk about their individual seasons, we have one award to give. The year got away from us along with supply chain, and we wanted to take the opportunity real quick to recognize Coach Jeff Hollinger on his 400 career wins. So here's his plaque on December 28th versus Temple. They won by 10. His 400th career victory, so congratulations, Coach. All right, up next, like I said, each of our head coaches are going to come up, go through some team awards, and the last thing they're going to do is announce their Tiger Pride Award winner for their particular sport. The Tiger Pride Award is the biggest award given to each team, a member on each varsity team. The recipient of this award is selected by either their team or their coaches, and they can be from any grade level, and they should exemplify excellence in sportsmanship, citizenship, leadership, service, scholarship, and enthusiasm, just to name a few. So I imagine when you hear their names, all of those characteristics will absolutely recognize or shout out to that person. All right, so first up we have Coach Reiser couldn't be with us this morning, so Coach Dobson, our varsity softball coach, is going to represent softball. And I realized I forgot to introduce all the coaches, but I think we're good.
Good morning. Again, like she said, unfortunately, Coach Reiser couldn't make it this morning, so I'll be delivering this for her. First off, we would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to Coach Amy Mattis and Coach Caitlin Kelly. Y'all are truly amazing, and we are so grateful for your unwavering support. We are very lucky to have you both, so thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to Coach Grace Brewer for always being there for our girls and putting in all the hours to make sure they stay healthy. Also want to thank you all three for taking the time to help us get our field ready for games. We couldn't have done that without you. You guys rock. Also for our parents as well. You guys are amazing. I'm going to give a congratulations to all the spring teams for your successful season, especially track and field. That's awesome. Coach Chris, Coach Hannah, y'all are awesome. To the other teams, y'all had a great season as well, very successful seasons. I can't wait for next year. Softball, JV, and varsity players, will you please stand so we can recognize and congratulate you for amazing accomplishments this season. All right, thank you, ladies. You may take a seat. The softball program had a record year. Both JV and varsity finished first in district, second in a row for varsity. The varsity finished 23, 10, and 2, and as state semifinalists. We had 12 players earn all district honors and earn academic all-state. Had 8 earn academic all-state. Our mantra this year was compete, spelled purposely with EAT at the end, meaning everyone attacked together. We can say without a doubt that our team competed as one unit until the very last pitch, and we could not be more proud of them. We will miss our special seniors, Avery Young and Tegan Lee, and cannot wait to compete in the 2024 season. Now for our Tiger Pride recipient. One of our goals over the last couple years has been to create a culture so strong an outsider would not know who the leader is. We have preached equality and understanding of our own and our teammates' roles. We have asked our athletes to embrace mudita, which means the unselfish joy and the success of others. We have set elite expectations in our program and have pushed our players to do what others won't so that we can accomplish what others can. We have asked for commitment to excellence on the field, in the weight room, and in the classroom. Our group is extremely blessed to have many athletes who are culture keepers and represent the ideals of our program. However, there is one player who has gone above and beyond to embody everything that we have set out to create within our program. This athlete walks our vision day in and day out on the field, in the classroom, during workouts, in games, as a teammate, and as a leader. She arrives early, stays late, makes sure everything is done to an elite standard, competes hard in practice, and has made a name for herself as one of the best players in the state. This did not come easy for her, though. She faced a lot of adversity her first 2 seasons, including within herself. There were many games that ended with tears and frustration. However, this athlete was determined to make a change. She sought out a new hitting coach, developed a new hitting philosophy, made changes to her swing, and raised the bar within her own game. She taught herself to control her emotions and to channel positive energy back into her team. Our Tiger Pride winner has made remarkable catches in the outfield, jaw-dropping throws, and has been a clutch gap hitter all season long. While we are blessed to have been able to witness her talents on the field, we could not be more grateful to have this young woman representing everything that we desire our program to be. Congratulations to our 2023 Tiger Pride winner, Penny Meehan. Okay, now I will pass the mic over to Coach Deinzer in lacrosse. Thank you.
All right, hello. I want to reiterate my thanks for Coach Madison, Coach Kelly, and all that they do behind the scenes and kind of at our games. Also want to thank our facilities staff and just the support that we receive from St. Agnes. It is kind of undeniable. We are so lucky to have this support. Also want to shout out our parents for their support both on and off the field. We had a great group of parents every day at our games and even traveling to out-of-town tournaments, and I know that our kids felt the support. Let's have our JV and varsity athletes for lacrosse stand so we can recognize them. Woo! And maybe our friends that are standing in the back can come take a seat. All right, y'all can sit. Thank you so much. Want to give a quick shout out to our 2 JV teams. They had great seasons, a lot of learning. Lacrosse is still a new sport here in Houston, and so I think we're always kind of continuing to grow and develop, and we can see that development in those JV programs. In regards to our varsity season, I think, at least initially, I thought this was going to be a season of unknowns, right? How would this team come together? How would we play? Would and could we compete? And early on, I think we kind of really answered those questions. We played an early non-district game against St. John's and only lost by 2. This is a team that usually beats us by 10 goals or more. And I think that was kind of the early spark in our team that realized that this season could be different. They began to believe in themselves. And it finally took a come-from-behind win over Katy in what some would say was the greatest comeback of all time. To cement this belief, we really They called themselves, or they were dubbed, the second half sisters, and really kind of felt that. Like, you could not see his team stronger in the second half, which was so amazing. We ended up going undefeated in district and we're the 3rd seed heading into state. We lost a really tough game in the quarterfinals to end our season, but I am so proud of how hard they worked this year, and more importantly, how they worked for themselves, and more importantly, how they worked for each other, right? It's this sisterhood that you see again and again, and I know that they'll carry kind of this with them going forward. And now I'm gonna tackle our Tiger Pride. Every team needs a glue, one that bonds together the disparate personalities and players, someone who welcomes new faces and quiet voices, someone who includes those who otherwise might be left out, a trusted confidant to go to with a concern or a worry, or even just the best gossip from the school day. This glue is quick to start a conversation or ask someone how their day has been, and is always counted on to make their teammates laugh by sharing a story that makes them look silly. They ask genuine questions and want genuine answers. On the field, they show great sportsmanship, not only their team, but to the opposing team. They're a chosen leader by their teammates. They are the biggest hype woman for everyone on the team. And in the most important games, they push themselves to the point of exhaustion because they know that is what is needed, because they would do anything and everything for their team. And yet, this fierce competitor calls everyone they know baby or sweetie and tells them that they've missed them so much, even though it's only been a day or an hour since seeing them. They give out hugs and compliments freely, and you've never felt more confident or comfortable in their presence. Caroline Steffen has been the glue for our team this season, and she's this year's Tiger Pride winner. Clap her up. Caroline has been a member of the varsity team since her sophomore year, and she's an anchor on our defense and has been the literal captain of this crazy ship, if you'll allow the sailing metaphor to continue. Caroline's strength as a leader is in building community and camaraderie among her teammates. She's an amazing friend to everyone she meets, and she played an important role in bringing our team with many new players together this season. No matter who Caroline sat next to on the bus or roomed with at a tournament, she became their best friend. This comfort and friendship spread throughout the team, and they grew more bonded and united each game. Caroline is also an amazing lacrosse player. She played almost every minute of every game over the last 2 seasons. She has great speed and awareness as a defender, which makes her so successful in guarding our opponent's best players. Thank you, Caroline, for everything you've given this lacrosse program over the past 4 years. We will miss you and every question you ask in the middle of a drill, and we know that you will go on to great things in the future. Caroline Steffen. And with that, I will turn it over to Ms. Mattis, who's going to tell us a little bit about golf.
Hello, I'm Coach Luis Mejia. Coach Mejia couldn't be here with us this morning. He had an emergency work call in San Antonio he had to be at, so he apologizes. So I'm going to give his speech for him. So also I apologize for reading directly off the page so I don't mess anything up for him. Coach Mejia is in his 17th year at St. Agnes as our golf coach, and I'm just going to read it as I'm him, otherwise I'll totally mess it up. And this season by far was one of the best. He would like to thank a few people. He would first like to thank Coach Hollinger and Coach Blakeman for all the help and support over the successful season, and he would like to thank all the freshmen and JV teams. Without you, this team would not be successful, and this program would not be where it is today, so thank you. To the varsity team, y'all can stand. Eva, Lillian, Addison, Molly, Sophia, Etta, Megan, Rachel, Issa, Dana, and Ava. What a fun and memorable season. I was thinking about what we accomplished this year, and I can't help but smile from ear to ear. But like any year, I got a little worried and tired of it raining and raining and raining. Will it ever stop raining? And could we get on with the season? The sun broke through in late February and in March, just in time for us to start a memorable journey of personal records, along with many team records to be set. I knew this group was special, but how special they were is an understatement. We won the district championship by 60 shots in 2 days. We shot a record low 298 on the second day, which is the lowest ever by a team of mine in my 17 years. In golf, you have 5 players on a team, and you take your best 4 scores each day. So to shoot 298, that's an average of 75 or less per player, which is more than what some college teams can do. We have had 7 players make the all-district regional team, another record. Next up, the state golf tournament. Our goal all season was to do the best we could and see where it would take us. I knew after the district tournament, we had a shot at the state championship, and it was going to be close. After the first day of state, we were leading. It was the first time in my career that St. Agnes led the state tournament and had a chance to be the first Houston team in my years of coaching to win a state title. But the funny thing about golf is you can still play really well, which we did the second day, and still lose. It was a really tough loss to lose to that school, in which we all know just losing by 7 shots. But we had 3 players, Sophia, Etta, and Megan, make the all-state team. Also, Sophia Elistad, please stand up. You're already standing. Let's give her an applause. She's a 2-time individual state champion. What an amazing accomplishment to do it again, obviously, as a freshman, but again your sophomore year. So congratulations. And congratulations to this varsity team for all they've accomplished this season and all that you will accomplish in the future. We're an extremely young team, but as we grow up beyond our years this season, and I can't wait for next year. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and I'm truly grateful to be your coach, Coach Mejia. And now the Tiger Pride. I think of this, again, this is in Coach Mejia's voice. I think of this award and what it means, and this person has created a position on this team that will be hard to replace once she leaves St. Agnes. In my mind, I think of her as a silent server, but she represents St. Agnes through and through. She's always willing to do the extra part needed and never takes any credit for it. Year after year, she has the will to succeed and wants to be the best she can be, but she always puts her teammates first. She accepts the challenges that come to her, whether on the golf course or in the classroom. She always fights to the end of each round, trying to help her team out any way she can. She wants and makes those around her better. She wants to make this golf team better, and she wants to represent St. Agnes as best she can. She has accepted the challenges along with the trials throughout the season, but she never gave up. She is a true leader. She is always giving 100% any way she can. There is a reason why she was just named Senior Class President for 2024 by her classmates. Please give a hand to Eva Lynn as this year's Tiger Pride Award winner. And she's missing this morning, so we'll get Eva her award. But congratulations to Eva. Next up, we have our 9-time/10*11 state champion tennis coach, Tom Kane. And Houston Chronicle Coach of the Year.
Could I have everybody in our tennis program stand up really quick? Everybody that's here today? I know everybody's super busy. Thank you all so much. First of all, I want to say that I'm not that great of a coach. I just want to be honest about that. I played the game. I played at the highest levels. I was ranked as high as 238 in the world. I know exactly what goes into being a good player, what it takes to even have a shot at that level. And the girls, just to get on this team for the past 10 years, they've put in tremendous amount of times, but not just them, the back people, the parents, and everybody else that puts up with all their shenanigans because they know that they're sacrificing a good part of their high school career, elementary career, and all that to spend time at a sport that may or may not pan out. It didn't pan out for me. By that I mean, I didn't make buku bucks. I didn't have an entourage. Do I know a bunch of players? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. Are the contacts unbelievable? Absolutely. But what it did help with is later on in life, when you do whatever you're going to do for the rest of your career, or several careers, you will have that same drive. And because of that, I'm super successful quietly, modestly, at what I do. And it has opened up tons of bridges. I'm friends with tons of doctors and attorneys and all that. They love tennis. They can't get enough of it. So the girls on this team, this particular team, it's a ton of pressure. Why? Because we win. Our expectation isn't just to show up, to do our best. when I own a business and when somebody says to me, I say, can you take care of this? And they say, I'll do my best. I say, whoa, 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 come here. I don't care what your best is. Can you do the job or not? And then they laugh and say, oh, no, I meant to say I was going to do it. I say, great, because that's really the bottom line. Whether you're feeling great that day or whether you're not feeling great, that you can still get the job done. And you're willing to pay in pain, and you're willing to know that your best friend just dumped you for another best friend, and blah, 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 blah. And that's life. I personally am going through something very traumatic right now at the moment. My dad has entered hospice. He's a big fan of the program. He found it unbelievable that I would coach at this point in my life at Hall. All right, enough. What I want to say about that is, you guys, every single person in this room has unbelievable support. Someone who has believed in you so deeply for so long. You may not appreciate it right now. You're all young. We're all looking for the next best joke. I'm a child at heart. I am constantly looking for a new joke. But I'm going to say this. The relationships that you make or other relationships, they are going to be lifelong, even though you don't know that at this point. They're going to be watching you. They may never even say your name. They may even pretend they don't know you, but they do know you. And it's going to be a fantastic thing for you guys in your future. I can honestly say that. Okay, this year on the varsity team, we had Katie Garofalo-Rowe, Gabby De La Cruz, Allie Ham, Lily Aurelia, Ada Junker, and Lily Hilbert. I'm not even sure if they're all here today, but let me just say, all those girls have put in the time, unbelievable, to be able to even play for this team. As years gone by, we've had girls that were ranked state, all that, and they didn't even qualify to play on the state team here. So they're a super competitive group. When I first started coaching here, we would be out of the state tournament in the first 10, 15 minutes. Well, however fast the other girl could pick up the balls, we were out of it. But this program has for whatever reason, attracted real players, super duper good players. Okay, I know I'm over my time. All right, I get it. I just want to say that you guys, I don't want to get into all the politics of how this year's state championship worked, but there's no way that 7-5 is a better score than 6-0, 6-0. So I don't know how to say it except like that it's just ridiculous how the scoring was done and how, but I will say this, in life there's lots of controversies and I dig that. I kind of like the chaos that goes on at a tournament and within all the players and all the stuff they're going through, whatever. They usually don't talk to me, they usually talk to Coach Chris. If they have something really serious, they say, Coach Chris, and then she tells me, and then I have to, okay, whatever. All right. So I want to say to you girls that this program is still super solid. We are losing a player, happens to be a very, very good player, but probably, okay, I'll just get into it. This year's Tiger Pride Award goes to Katie Garofalo-Rowe. She is possibly, absolutely, she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. But she is possibly the best tennis player that St. Agnes has ever had as a player. I often wonder, there's one other player that played here that was unbelievable also, and I wonder if both at their prime, if they played, who would win. I'm going to go with aggressive. I mean, no offense to the person that gets the ball back all day, but I'm a big aggressive player. I still serve, okay, whatever. Okay, here we go. Having said that, she's one of the nicest, encouraging players out there. When she compliments the other girls on the team, it has huge weight. They say, hey, Katie said, Katie, and we had some girls on the team that were like, hey, go hit with Katie, she needs to warm up. I can't hit with Katie. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just a tennis ball. It's not a game. They're not keeping, okay, whatever. Her parents have been there right with her the whole way. Someone doesn't get super great without unbelievable support. I mean, we'd all like to magically think, I did everything by myself. But the truth is, this program that St. Agnes has set up and the people that run it are amazing. And all the stuff that happens, you guys don't see on a daily basis that made the gym, and all this stuff has been going on, and we take it for granted. I show up today and read a little speech, and I just assume it's all going to just happen like clockwork. All right. Not only is she a great tennis player, but she's a fantastic student. I didn't even know you could get above a 4.0. How do you do that? I mean, you got to be taking unbelievable classes to make that happen. She's also moving on to Georgetown. I believe a very lucky university at this point to get her caliber of player. I think you could have picked other schools that are tennis-wise are a little tougher, but I think in her case, I think she made absolutely the right choice. We're all super proud of her, and we're all going to be fans. So when news trickles down from what she's doing in college, we're all gonna feel like we're part of it. Like, yeah, I'm part of that. All right. This year, I just want to say one story, and then I'm done. She hurt her ankle. This is a coach's nightmare. You have right before the tournament, you get a call and say, "Oh yeah, Katie broke her ankle." That's the first news I got. I go, can she still play with the cast on? What are the rules with that? That's the first thing I said. And she would probably get to the finals or maybe even won it with okay, that's enough of that. Okay. She never complained about it. I will say that. You never complained about it once. It was a very easy choice for you to be Tiger Pride recipient, Katie, and we're going to miss you dearly. But in the same token, I feel like a parent. Like, yeah, time to spread your wings and fly. And I'm sure all of you girls. Okay, Katie.
Good morning. First, I have 90 girls almost on the team, so it takes a village to make it successful. So I have a lot of thank yous. First, I want to thank all the parents, both JV and varsity, for coming in clutch this season for our success this year. A special thank you to Mrs. Grimes, Mrs. Allie Catton, her husband Robin, Mrs. Hyde, Mr. and Mr. Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Ballard, Mr. Cannon, Mr. and Mrs. Goebel, and Mrs. Sentiment, and Mr. and Mr. Ridley. So thank you for always being there, for driving us, taking all the pictures that you took, last-minute reminders, errands that we needed to have when we needed to get our bibs to the state meet, even all the support for our special events and beyond. A huge special thank you to the glue behind a lot of our success every single meet and special events and just our overall point woman this entire season for our entire track family, Mrs. Linda Parrish. Thank you for being one of the rocks to our entire team. I also want to thank Coach Mattis and Coach Kelly for always supporting us throughout the entire season, especially coming in clutch, driving the bus for our meet, the whole meet. Thank you for all the coaches that are here that made me feel welcome and supported me for my first year as a head coach. Thank you for making me feel right at home. I want to thank Mrs. Brewer for helping keep our kids healthy throughout the year and being very patient with us all. You were truly a huge difference maker for us. And last and certainly not least, I want to thank my incredible coaching staff that we had this year, which was mostly all new. Coach Smith, Coach Galt, Coach Walker, Coach Lawson, Coach Fumi, and Coach Wilson. Without you all, this would not have been a successful season. Okay, so would the JV and varsity girls stand up? I know it's the whole other side. Okay, you can see it. Some of the highlights for the season, our JV girls won several meets this year, including the JV SPC TAPS overall championship by 84 points. Some of the standout performances at that championship meet was Lexi and Taro, a first in the pole vault, Georgia Minnow and Avon Slago, first and fourth in the shot put, Kendall Kyle and Elva Galka, first and fourth in the 300 hurdles, Izzy Luna, Katia Kapov, Caroline Moe were second, third, and fourth in the 1600, and the 4x2 and 4x4 team both won, and we were third in the 4x1. The varsity girls had an amazing season this year. I think they won the last 8 meets of the year, I believe, including both the regional championship meet by 140 points, which is very impressive, and the state championship meet by 43.5 points. This year we had 2 school records go down. The 4x2, which was a team of Michaela Grimes, Sydney Messersmith, Zara Chenwuba, Caitlin Alicat. So congratulations to y'all for the 4x2. And also the 4x1 at the regional meet, Abby Sapp, Aaliyah Williams, Madison Taylor, and Caitlin Alicat. Some of the standout performances at the championship meet were Grace Sanders, state champion in the pole vault, Kinsey Swartzy, state champion in the discus, Caitlin Alicat, state champion in the 300 hurdles, and then our 4x4 team of Caitlin Alicat, Zara, Izzy, Michaela, y'all were 4x4 champions, state champions this year. Some other standouts were Michaela Grimes and Zara, which were second and third in the 400 meter dash. Chi-Chi and Kinsey, which were second and fifth in the shot put. Elise Ridley, which was third in the 300 hurdles. Madison Taylor, Zara, Bela, and Grace Sanders, who were second in the 4x2. And Sophie Del Silva, fourth in both the 1600, 3200 double. Now to the Tiger Pride Award. Although we had so many great and selfless athletes on this awesome team who fit the mold of this prestigious award, there was one that the coaching staff realized about halfway through the season who started to set herself apart as a positive leader. As a senior this year, Sydney Messersmith truly led by example, always showing up 15 minutes early to practice, beating even me at times. She was always among one of the last to leave practice, but never before, making sure that nothing else was required of her or assisting anyone that needed help. She only missed a total of 2 practice days the entire season, dating back to December, due to appointments, which I like to mention she tried to change not to miss practice. Her work ethic this season was among one of the best on this incredible hardworking team. The hard work definitely paid off, as Sydney was a member of the school record-breaking 4x2 relay team, as well as the third leg of the silver medal 4x4 team at Texas Relays in Austin. In addition to being an amazing runner, she was also an incredible teammate and leader. At times, it was like having an extra coach on the staff. It was a joy watching her help and encourage her teammates to be the best version of themselves, which was very important in this very young team of ours. Although she was injured for the last 2 championship meets of the season, as a senior, she never let it break her spirit nor the love she had for her teammates. She continued helping them in any way she could with a genuine smile and pure happiness on her face every step of the way. I have no doubt in my mind Sydney is going to exceed in anything that she set her mind to in the future, and one day will make a great mentor or coach to many lucky young athletes. Sydney Messersmith.
All right, it's so quiet. We're done. Aren't you excited? I love you girls so much. Thank you for being so sweet and kind and competitive and all the things that make our program amazing. Shout out to you parents, especially you senior parents who are wrapping up your time here with us. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you to our coaches for making this part of your life's work to coach our girls. And thank you, girls. Keep playing for your school. Love you. Have a great day. Good luck in exams. Congratulations, seniors. Tiger Prides, come up really quick so we can take your picture. Thanks, everybody.